Traditional millimeter wave are thought to be single directional beam. And here, in contrast, I show that two beams are better than one. I'm Ish Jan from UC San Diego. And first, I'm going to show you my vision of the future. My car is driving me back home from my lab, loaded with sensors such as LiDARs, cameras, radars. The car share the sensor data with the infrastructure base station and other vehicles so they can extend their road vision and avoid accidents. I arrived at my home safely and put my virtual reality headset. The wireless access point is providing high quality video content to my headset over the wireless link. So, what do we require to truly enable these applications? They require a high throughput wireless link, which must be reliable and easy to maintain with low overhead. We consider millimeter wave band because they provide high throughput because of abundant bandwidth compared to sub 6 gigahertz. But are they reliable? They use directional beams to combat high path loss at these frequencies, but they make the system vulnerable to many factors. For instance, user mobility causes beam to get misaligned with the base station, and blockage brings the link down to an outage, which makes it unreliable. We present Reliable, a reliable millimeter wave system that uses smart analog beamforming and user tracking to maintain a reliable link. While traditional millimeter wave uses single directional beam towards the user, in multi-beam, we split the beam in two directions, one along the direct path and one along the reflected path. Why two beams are better than one? It is because when a blocker crosses a single beam, it completely occludes the link and bring outage. While in multi-beam, when one beam is blocked, the other one is still active. It is very unlikely that the blocker blocks all the beams at the same time. And in this way, multi-beam avoids a single point of failure and therefore they are reliable. At a high level, we achieve high reliability as a corollary of using multi-beam. Next, we develop a constructive multi-beam that allows us to achieve high throughput. And sometimes it is even better than what we get with single beam. We establish these constructive multi-beam on standard millimeter wave based arrays and make it protocol compliant with 5G NR. Finally, we establish a mechanism that allows us to be proactive instead of being reactive in maintaining these links under user mobility. So we have already shown how multi-beam improves reliability. Now let me show you how it also improves throughput. Take a simple example where we have a total transmit power of A square. And so for single beam, we transmit the signal A and assume the channel has path loss of unity. So the received signal would be A and it leads to the SNR or the signal to noise ratio proportional to A square. Now imagine something similar for multi-beam. And here we use the same transmit power A square. And we transmit signal A by root 2 in each direction so that the total power you see A square by 2 plus A square by 2 is the same A square. The signal goes through the channel, assume both channel has path loss of unity. So the received signal would be the sum of the two, A by root 2 plus A by root 2 is root 2A. And the SNR would be a square of the magnitude would be proportional to 2A square. We see that the SNR is 2 times higher than single beam. And this higher SNR leads to higher throughput. It seems like a counterintuitive observation, but it comes from a very fundamental concept called maximum ratio combining, which is already known in literature. But prior work on millimeter wave, which uses a single beam, they don't utilize this gain. For the first time, we show that we can practically utilize them. Okay, so it seems like a simple example with the ideal channel. Let's see what happens when we have a more realistic channel. In practice, the reflected path travels extra distance and it accumulates an extra phase of J sigma. If this phase is say 180 degree, the signal that travels along the reflected path will arrive in opposite phase. And when it adds up, with the direct path signal, they will cancel each other and cause destructive interference. But if we ensure that the two signals are adding up in phase, then we will get higher signal strength because we have constructive addition. And so we call it a constructive multi-beam. So how do we establish constructive multi-beam? What we do, we take the reflected signal and multiply it by opposite phase minus sigma, which will cancel out the reflected path phase, and we get the same received signal root 2a and the same SNR 2a square as we get with an ideal channel. So the first element which we require to achieve constructive multi-beam is phase control. Okay, so is the phase control the only thing? It turns out no. Here we still assume the reflector is as strong as the direct path. What happens when we have weak reflectors? So let's model this and assume the reflected path has an extra path loss of delta. And usually delta is less than 1. So when the reflector is lossy, should we transmit the same power in each beam? Actually, no. We show that in our paper that the optimal configuration is when we transmit power along the reflected path that is proportional to its path loss delta. Which means if the reflector is weak, we transmit less power. And if it is strong, we transmit higher power. And this configuration, we show that we get maximum SNR that is proportional to 1 plus delta square times a square. Now you can plug delta equal to 1, which gives 1 plus 1 2a square that we have already seen with the ideal channel. So the main point is the following. Besides phase, we also need power control to make sure we always achieve optimal performance. So in summary, constructive multi-beam requires both phase and power control. And with them, we can make sure the SNR is always better than single beam case. Now, one may ask, do strong multipath really exist for millimeter wave? Yes. In addition to direct path, there are reflected paths where signal reflect from surfaces like glass. Here, we list a set of typical reflectors in various indoor and outdoor environments, and we see that the reflectors are strong as they provide only 1 to 10 dB attenuation compared to direct path. And so strong reflectors provide higher SNR and higher throughput using our constructive multi-beam. So multi-beam looks great, but can we achieve it using standard commercially deployed millimeter wave hardware, or do they require some special hardware? We use a single RF chain connected to an analog phased array at the access point. The phased array consists of variable phase shifters and attenuators that are required to create any directional beam. And we utilize the same standard phased array to create our constructive multi-beam with appropriate phase and power control. And so constructive multi-beam doesn't require any specialized hardware as it can be generated with commercial off-the-shelf phased arrays. Okay, so does it require any specialized protocol to create multi-beam? Let's see. To create constructive multi-beam, the access point needs to know the angles phi1 and phi2 and the relative path loss delta and phase sigma. Reliable estimates these parameters using intrinsic features of 5G NR protocol. We use the mandatory beam training phase, which scans multiple angles across space. And using these training signal, we estimate the angles phi1 and phi2. We then use only 2 additional probes using 5G NR reference signals to estimate delta and sigma. We show in our paper how we estimate these 4 parameters using standard signals in 5G NR. The final piece of puzzle is to proactively maintain a multi-beam for a mobile user. The issue is the channel parameters would become outdated over time. So we need to estimate them again and again. One way is to repeat the beam training phase to re-estimate these parameters. But it incurs high overhead because of long duration and high frequency of beam training phase. And also their reactive approach, because they react when the link would have already suffered an outage. We follow an alternate approach where we replace the beam training phase with multiple reference signals. These signals create low overhead because they spread over time and frequency grid that does not affect the communication. And thus, using these low overhead signal, we can track a mobile user over time, even well before the link would suffer an outage due to user mobility. And we periodically update the multi-beam parameters and thus refine multi-beam over time. The detail of this process are there in our paper. But in this way, Reliable proactively maintains a reliable and high throughput link. We evaluate Reliable on a 5G testbed that we developed at 28 gigahertz called M-Mobile. And here we show our phased arrays, which has 64 antennas, the baseband FPGA from Xilinx and IF mixer from Qorvo that we used at our base station. And we also show the USRP X310, which we used at our mobile node. We evaluate Reliable in various indoor and outdoor settings with up to 80-meter links, and we leverage our FCC 28 gigahertz license to do experiments in our campus area. We establish our multi-beam and ask a volunteer to walk across the link and block it. Here we show the received SNR over time and compare multi-beam in blue against single beam in red. We see that when direct path is blocked, the single beam SNR goes below an outage threshold, while multi-beam SNR remains way above it. Even the reflected path blockage caused negligible SNR drop for multi-beam. Hence, multi-beam maintain high throughput despite occasional blockages. We also did end-to-end experiments with blockage and user mobility and show that Reliable is better than two baseline. One reactive baseline, which is based on single beam, so it cannot avoid link outage, and the other is wide beam, which does not take proper advantage of directional communication. Reliable achieves 100% median reliability while providing 1.5 times higher throughput than single beam baseline. Please refer to our paper for more results and benchmarks on Reliable. So to summarize, we show that the traditional single beam system are not optimal for millimeter wave. And our proposed multi-beam system provides better reliability and higher throughput. Reliable is open source and the artifacts are available in the link below. I'm very thankful to my collaborators at WCSNG Lab at UC San Diego. Thank you for listening and feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions.